It's true. That's interesting. So it's not like to say you have to be upfront to catch the mind, but the subtleness to catch the mind to say, let them think of like, wait a minute. It's like if I say to a brother, I say to a brother one time, America's not Judah. You look at me like, but what do you mean?
You don't want the camera on you, no?
Huh?
You don't want the camera on you? No.
That America's not Judah. He's like, what do you mean America's not Judah? I says, well, if Ishkar and Levi and Gad and Dan and Central Africa and the colonists take those 5 different tribes from Central Africa and bring to America, now how are you going to say it's all Jews? It's a mind thinking now based upon the literal historical facts to say if Ishkar, Dan, and God and those different tribes are in Central Africa, and I go in as a colonist and go reap a harvest of fish. I'm not gonna go take out butterfly fish over here, Levi fish over here.
But like we were saying, the Issachar, Dan, the 10 tribes came on this side first in the second Ezra 13 years. Matter of fact, let me get it. Let's get it for the brother. Because Columbus himself knew of the 10 tribes.
That's how he got over here.
Yeah, he read Ezra. They show you that in the movie 1492.
Yeah, seen that. He's like, how do you know? How you sure?
He said Ezra.
He said this and Ezra.
And the guy said Ezra. He said Ezra was a Jew. He said, well, Jesus was a Jew. He said because there was a great persecution at that time against the Jews. You see what I'm saying? So he knew there were people. They give that lie in history how he got lost because he was on his way to India. Who the hell didn't know India? Everybody knew about India, man. Alexander the Greek went to India, man.
Oh, yeah,
so that's a straight up lie, man. Everybody, first of all, the Persians and the Medes controlled India. You see what I'm saying? The people of Elam, India, Iran, they're right there. So he trying to find his way to India. That's a lie. They were looking for new lands. And he knew of the new lands because he read this right here. He was a Jesuit.
And they were scared to go across that sea because
said like they thought the earth was flat.
Yeah, they didn't know what was around there.
And you got that doctrine sneaking back up. People on the earth is flat. This garbage, man. And when you look at the Illuminati playing card deck game, the flat earth is one of them. You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing? Good. Read that. 2nd Ezra 13. It says, I don't know, might be. Let me see, because you had the other, remember the other, what's this guy named, the Arab guy, whatever. I have to find out who you guys are. I have to know, who are you? Because the truth is cutting him, man. You see what I'm saying?
Because the thing is that he came on and saying he was part of Islam. So I began to quote him several stuff. Well, guess what?
I know some scriptures from the Quran.
I said to him, can you explain these lines in the Quran?
Yeah.
Because in the Quran it says, here are the people of the book. Here are the people who are the Yahawah. So it was one of those things of where if you have a Quran, you don't know who are the people of the book. How can then the Quran mention the people of the book and you don't know who the people of the book? So I asked him the question too. When Muhammad was reading the Torah, he came off his cushion and put the Torah on the cushion, and he sat down on the ground. And he was looking at it, and then he looked at the Jews who were asking him to make a judgment, and then he says to them, well, what does the Torah says for you to do? He didn't make a judgment.
They were trying to justify the camel, something like that in the Quran. They want to justify the camel was part of dietary law or something like that. And they said, if you want to understand, basically people to know, read out the book of the law, read out the Torah.
Yeah, the Quran tells you, go to the people of the book.
And Muhammad was the first Muslim, and it says that in the Quran. He was the first Muslim.
So how could you say Abraham was a Muslim, Jesus was a Muslim? That's contradiction.
It is.
You see what I'm saying? And when you look at our forefathers, they didn't keep no Ramadan. Like we told this idiot here, I told him, where is God? That same video, where is he? He said he's in the third, the 10th heaven. I said, so why you bow down to a stone? That's one of the pillars of Islam. You have to make a pilgrimage to Mecca to bow down to the black stone. Where in the Torah it tells you don't bow down to no stone, man.
So here's the funny thing. You always catch them on this. So why was the transfer from bowing down to Jerusalem to Mecca?
I am thinking that.
Because each Muslim used to bow down to Jerusalem, where the house of Yah is.
Yeah.
So why did it now change and transfer from the house of Yah to Mecca? So see, those notions, because here's another thing that I've been also studying now. From the word Hebrew, and you take a look at it from the folio and the translation that came down into each language, you see the Arab word, you see the Arab connotation come from the Hebrew word. Because what? Ishmael was from Hebrew.
He came from Abraham.
So from the Hebrew language, you also receive the Arabian, all that tribe that's within that sector came from the Hebrew language.
Yeah, when you look, I actually wonder that, where does Arabic go back to? Because Ishmael, like you said, Ishmael didn't speak Arabic. So where did he spoke the language of Abraham, Hebrew. So where did Arabic come from? And you look it up, go back to Nabatean. Nabatean go back to Aramaic. You see what I'm saying? They don't go back to, and another thing what cuts Islam, that day we were talking, no prophet could come through Ishmael. That's the point. The Most High made a promise with Isaac, an everlasting covenant. That's like Esau, an Edomite prophet, coming and saying that the Lord is dealing with us. The Most High rejected you and your whole life. It's the same thing with Ishmael. So the minute Muhammad came on the scene, our people back then was like, what are you talking about, man? All the prophets come through us. And it tells you when you look him up that his admiration he had for the Jews became hatred. See? Because they weren't trying to hear about that Islam. That's why they spread it through the sword.
This is where you go into Joshua, and then you start reading the confrontation when Jacob died. Esau and his whole family and Joseph came together at the funeral where they were buried. And so when Esau was given issue that he didn't want a certain thing to happen in Jacob's body, Joseph cut him down.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say this before we continue. We don't read the book of Joshua.
No. I understand. I saw the face already.
When you said Josh, I was like, Josh. We don't get thrown it out.
But the reason why I brought it up was because it's the same story out of the same book that came the inheritance of Shittim and Esau, the connotation of the story where it started from. For example, when different brothers talk about Esau and Shittim, it's coming from that book. If you take a look at the story based upon Zephyr, after Esau got killed, and Zephyr was in jail in Egypt, and he escaped, he went to Africa, and he was with the African king. And when the African king didn't want to make a war with Israel in Egypt, he decided to leave Zephyr and go to Shittim. When he went to Shittim, he then asked the children of Esau to come and fight the children of Egypt. And they decided to say, no, we will not go and fight the children of Egypt. And so in that connotation, he says that Zephyr became king of Shittim. Now, when he became
Zephyr was a Japhite or
no, he was Edomite.
Yeah.
Edomite. And so when he died, Shittim came into the rulership of the king. And then you will also go on to the connotation to see that Esau, based upon their king, also rose as a king in the same framework of the time in history. So that's when you come down back straight down to the Maccabees, you begin to understand that Edomite was there within the time of the Maccabees. So if you take a look at from Joshua,
and that's my thing. I need to know like the timeline. My struggle, that's still my struggle, like the timeline where everything was taking place. Right. So they took the Apocrypha out of the 611. So like when I read the Apocrypha, I don't even know exactly where the timeline is, but I'm not stupid.
So if
it's Daniel in the Apocrypha and all that.
For example, if you take a look at the time frame when the Torah was taken out, say in 1620, That was the time when James came around. That was the time when the map came around of the Negro.
Yeah,
All that came around from the late 15th century to the beginning of the 17th century.
yeah, it was the
All that cap.
it was the 1800s. Yeah, the Catholics took it out. Yeah,
So all that time frame. But then the question now becomes, why do you get taught of slavery during that time, and not get taught what was before? So all that history.
Well, because they don't want us to know who he was.
Right, correct. So they count that history of changing all the framework of all the pictures of everything within that time frame. So if you look in that time frame,
yeah, the Renaissance.
the
Yeah.
Renaissance era, all that time frame you're gonna see it matches up and gets squished of the change of time and era.
It's like, I want to say that it was scripture about to pull out about the 10 tribes. I still want to say that.
Oh yeah, let me get that. Second Ezra 13.
I still want to say about the 10 tribes because I learned about that too. I've seen that little clip.
Yeah, we got to get that.
All right, here's a story.
Let me get this.
When
Second
Ezra
Ezra.
and Nehemiah came to Jerusalem, all the children of Judah came and Benjamin came back with Ezra and Nehemiah.
No, not all, because Israel was scattered, and some of them couldn't.
No. We're talking about Judah.
Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
And Levi.
Yeah.
All of them come back when Ezra and Nehemiah came back to rebuild.
No, all of them didn't come back. No.
I'm not sure, but it's
Okay, no.
So I agree.
It's a good question for you to be able to understand that time frame also. Because here's the reason. Because since a lot of brothers don't study that passage of time frame, they think that because when Yah says Judah was on probation for 70 years, and then Judah returned, and Benjamin returned, and Levi returned, but it was not all of Levi and Benjamin returned. Because here's how you know. Here's how you know whether all of them returned. It's when Artaxerxes the king. Artaxerxes the king was in the town of Esther and Mordecai.
Yeah.
And when you take a look at Israel and Nehemiah, you're going to see that clue right in the middle. You're going to see that when he passed out the edict. When, Haman came and said...
The Edomite, Haman the Edomite. Haman was a Macedonian.
Right, yes.
Came from Greece.
And so he says...
Same thing with Alexander.
He says,
Yeah.
look at all the people who are causing disturbance amongst your provinces. And so he says, why don't you make an edict to all the Jews in the provinces?
Yeah.
But where was Ezra already? He was already in Judah. Ezra was already in Judah, rebuilding the temple.
Yeah, that's the
so when he
timeline.
made that problem, when he made that edict,
You get what the brother's saying? So during the time, there's different stories happening like at the same time.
Right.
So you had Ezra wasn't ready in Judea. Nehemiah was on his way to build the temple. Yeah. You had Mordecai and Esther was in Shushan. Yeah.
was still in the province of the king.
Yeah. So everybody now, Mordecai and all of them, because it tells you in Ezra, Mordecai was also one of the leaders who came back. They were all going back to rebuild the temple. So Ezra's on the scene, Nehemiah, Haggai. Haggai was the one who rebuked Zerubbabel and Joshua. We read Haggai, you know Zerubbabel and Joshua? Zerubbabel was the governor, and Joshua was the priest. And the Most High sent Haggai to rebuke him like, yo, you guys are taking too long to build my temple. Get up off your ass and start building. And Nehemiah had gotten an edict from the king to go build it, and Ezra was also there teaching the people. So there's many prophets there at the same time. But not all the children of Judah came. It tells you that in Acts the 2nd chapter, some of them, the great multitude, some of them came from Elam or India that knew they were Jews. Let me get 2nd Ezra 13. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 38. Verse 39.
That was just heathen king, right?
Yeah, he's full of shit, that guy. I'd say that. He always come by like 1 or 2 minutes, like if I'm by myself. So since you see the crowd, you decide to stay here longer. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He came, he wrote
yeah, right there.
When I begin to speak, you wrote something.
He wrote no shit. He said no shit, he just wrote no shit down.
Trying to
Watch it out.
You know what?
It's weird, man. I don't know.
We gotta get
That happens to me too when I be out there pushing for it. He's some Edomite or something. Other nations come. Like one Edomite came, he couldn't wait to
don't believe you in prison.
he really came. He was like, I was talking with a brother, you know, like we have an
how it's done, yeah. But let me read this first thing. Because the brother want me to read. Ezra 4:1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of captivity builded a temple unto the Lord God of Israel, then came Zerubbabel, the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, let us build with you. This is the heathen talking to the Zerubbabel and Joshua, the Israelites. Let's build with you. For we seek your God as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Arsareth, the king of Assyria, because he brought heathens into the land. He took the northern kingdom out, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God. For we ourselves together will build unto the Lord power of Israel, as King Cyrus the king of Persia have commanded unto us. You got nothing to do with this.
Here's the thing with that passage. It was already in on garrison. So the Samaritan temple that was already built based upon
the heathens.
Based upon when Assyria came and take out 10, and they brought in a group that the scripture called the Samaritans. So they brought them into the land, and a priest came who was a heathen priest who came in and began. When I say heathen priest, meaning that his ways wasn't correct yet. He wasn't teaching properly. Because
no, that was a Levite.
No, I understand he was a Levite.
Yeah, he showed him how to sacrifice properly. Yeah, because they were lions.
I hear you.
Sent unto the land.
But the reason why I'm saying he wasn't more than the understanding of when we take a look on admonishing of a Levite. But if a Levite is you're not going to move from one mindset to another.
Yeah.
Because he's teaching you. So you know that he ain't supposed to be worshiping any idols besides Yahweh. And so the people of the Samaritans, even when he was teaching them, still had that in their hearts. So what we're trying to do was appease Yah by not getting killed by the Lord. Well, Yah showed them mercy. That's okay. Just because you move towards my Torah, I'm not going to kill you. You're going to remain in that. There's a reason why they remain in the land. So it's like when the scripture goes back into Genesis when it says, and Jacob will be in the house of Shem. So if you take a look at who were brought in into the land of Shem, who Jacob were brought into the land of Shem.
What scripture you got? Hold on, we got to get that in a minute, but read it the 10 tribes. Second Ezra 13, I'm going to get this. It says, and whereas thou sawest, he gathered another peaceable multitude, this is the son, unto them. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh the king of Assyria led away captive. And when you read the book of Tobit, he was a part of the 10 tribes that got led captive into them. It says, waters, and so they came into another land. That's what we read about Jonah, and they said they went to another land. That land is a map, we're going to read. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen. But that's when they got kicked out of the land. The first place the 10 tribes of Hispanics and Native Americans. It says, and go forth to a further country where never mankind dwelt. That's the Americas. And you know who also came up here first before the 10 tribes brought people? Solomon. I'm going to get that in a minute. Get that in 1 minute. It says, that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. So the God didn't show the sign, we held the flood until they were passed through. So that country comes out the the Euphrates right around the corner. Africa took them how long? For that country was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth. They know the history. He knew that because he said it in the movie. He said, yeah, Ezra said that there's people, and that's when they came on this side of the world. And he knew that's what he knew that, man. You see? Like the same that we have, whereas the Native Americans have the same thing. They have the same thing, man. The same garment. You know what I'm saying? They even have the culture that they carry. Because to tell you that Jeroboam, he made priests of the people. What was going on? The rebellious king that came up against Solomon, that the Most High said, after Solomon's wickedness, the kingdom split. And Jeroboam made priests of the people, of the 10 tribes. So they took them customs over here. You know what I'm saying? And he told the Levites, you guys go back down to Judah. Listen, you guys go back down to Judah. And he made priests of the 10. So they came over here and brought the same customs.
And they were speaking Hebrew when they took into it.
Yeah, because one of the archaeology. You ever heard of the Los Lunas?
Stretch. You gotta jump.
You gotta jump. Oh, okay. All right. Next week, Lord willing. A year and a half to get on this side of the world. To get to the inside, it said Hiram a bit on this side of the world. It said all the Olmecs. It's 1 Kings 10:11, and these are the days of Hiram. He's a Canaanite. Also built Solomon's house. It says, and that's what it makes the Christian. Brought in from Ophir great plenty, oral mulberries and precious stones. Let me see. Oh, here we go. So he brought all kind of exotic things. That's the point. Then the king had a navy at Tarshish with the navy of Hiram. So Hiram a bit was captain of Solomon's ship. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks. So once in 3 years he came back to Solomon. Where did he go? We just read the 10 tribes. It took him a year and a half to come. So he took a year and a half to go, a year and a half to come back. So that's when you look at the Olmecs. So that's how they look like. Those were Hamites. They say it's supposed to rain out. Soon.
They pouring down.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a thunderstorm or something crazy.
And so I might just do probably 2 topics. This is part of the
That's the Olmecs right there. That's a Hiram Abific. Those are Hamites. See? They came on this side of the world first. So our people knew about this side of the world. the Hamites, man. You see the look at his facial features. Straight up Hamite. Time of people. They were on the Americans first. They came, they got certain things that were exotic to this land, and it took them 3 years. You didn't have to come, you didn't have to go back. See? So when the 10 tribes got split up, they would come on this side of the world. It took them a year and a half to come here. That's how we know the chart is dead on. All state, you got our people that are scattered, that look like humans. You know what I'm saying? Everything is good.
The chart is for like what we got right now in America.
Yeah.
The chart somewhere else is a little different, or something else, the knowledge that they got.
Yeah. Because you have the confusion of faces.
Yeah, that too, yeah, the confusion of faces.
You need money for what?
Oh, no. That one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, I was saying, yeah, the 10 tribes, they came on this side of the world. So, and I lost my train of thought about it. Yeah, the chart. Yeah, the chart gotta be, totally accurate. People against the chart.
Yeah,
this and that. You're not saying that every Israelite is on the chart. Honestly, our people are scattered everywhere. So,
well, like in America, right? It's going to this chart for the people that's in America. We got the black Hispanics in America and here in America.
Yeah, because Moses goes to the Genesis 49. Goes to the characteristics.
Yeah.
See? Then the Lord told Ezekiel in the spirit, in the valley of the dry bones, to bring the 2 sticks together.
That's the spirit. That's the topic we'll break down. The valley of the dry bones. It's going to be the 37th chapter.
Right.
That's what we'll break down today. We're going to call it the increase. We'll break that down. One other topic that will come to me. The spirit. And we'll call it at night.
Yeah. Because you were out here yesterday, right?
Yeah. Right?
So now we're ahead.
I feel like I owe the most I worship. I owe it.
Yeah, look like I think I got in some good.
This is the part of it, right? Like I usually I would say like I'll stay out there for like 4 hours or something. It's kind of part of it.
Yeah, boy, this is all work. This is all work right here.
That's what I'm going to do. That's my question.
Let me see.
Yo, touring. I know the thing is going to burn the fire, bro.
They gonna get burned. They gonna be destroyed, man. See? These people out here, they just gone anyway, man. You see Ezekiel 37, the Lord told Ezekiel, he said, Ezekiel 37, verse 14, and shall put my spirit in you, and he shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. And they shall find Yahawashi shall spoken, and performed it in Yahawashi shall. The word Yahawashi shall came again unto the saying, pull without hand, take me 1 stick, and write upon it, for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, because it was a split in the kingdom. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, to the so-called Puerto Ricans on down, Hispanic tribes, for all the house of Israel's companions, and join them one to another into 1 stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. So, and I'm going to pull a point after this.